Exhale for 9. Throw out through your mouth. Really letting it go. Every time you exhale, make sure like your shoulders let loose, your jaw
I
lets
have a
loose.
problem with my shoulders.
There you go. So we're gonna breathe for 3. Hold for 6. Exhale for 9. Really like let go of that air, really let it out through your mouth. Inhale for 3. When you inhale, make sure like your shoulders are still loose. Hold for 6. Exhale for 9. When you exhale, your belly should be reaching out back to your spine. So like really concaving your belly. Inhale for 3. Hold for 6. Exhale for 9. Hold for 6. Exhale for 9. Inhale for 3. Hold for 6. Exhale for 9. Let your eyelids continue on doing the breathing. Let your eyelids get heavy. Relax your jaw. Let it hang. Your shoulders should be loose. Your knees should be getting heavy. And though everything is heavy, you still want to make sure your spine is aligned. Your tailbone is tucked in. And your head, it feels like someone is pulling you up to the sky. Inhale for 3. Hold for 6. Exhale for 9. Listen to that tick, or listen to the cars outside, the music. Don't think about anything. Pay attention to your breath as it's coming in and out. And then the next 3 inhales and exhales, we're going to start our warm-up. Feel free to open your eyes when you're done. Okay. So then we're going to stand up and we're going to start at the top of your mat, which is that way. And then you're going to be facing the wall. So both of your feet are going to be shoulder width apart, facing the wall. And we're going to start in mountain pose, which is your hands on the side. And then you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to do a back bend. You're going to reach your arms back. Your face should be gazing, or your eyes should be gazing to the back, to the top of your hands. And we're going to release it and then fold forward again. We're going to do this 3 times. So we're going to inhale, and then the exhale, we're going to do the back bend. Inhale, exhale, go back. Exhale, stand up. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhale, exhale, button back. Inhale, exhale, come back. Now we're gonna put your feet a little bit further apart than your shoulder width. And then we're gonna inhale. We're gonna inhale and we're going to come up, raise our hands. And then you really wanna like bring your ribs up with you as you inhale. And then on the exhale, we're gonna go down. Exhale. And then just do a forward fold and hang there for a couple of seconds. So inhale. And then we're gonna exhale coming down. And then just hang in there for a couple of breaths, like really let loose, like let your hips really like wiggle if you have to. And then we're gonna inhale into a halfway tilt, which means you're gonna inhale and then just come up. Keep your back straight. If you're really flexible, you could be touching the floor. If not, you could be touching your knees. Press or your shins, press on them to like feel that power in your back. Pushing the shoulders back and like pushing your shoulder blades together to like really give you strength there. We're gonna take a couple of breaths there. And then we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're gonna come up into an upward salute with your hands up, touching in the sky. You can look up towards the ceiling. And we're gonna take a breath and exhale. And then in the next exhale, we're going to do a side bend to the right. So breathe in. And then we're gonna exhale, side bend to the right. As far as you want to go, wherever it feels good. And you're gonna hang there for a couple pumps. And then you're gonna inhale and exhale, coming back to center. And then we're gonna take another inhale. And then on the exhale, we're gonna side bend to the left. We're gonna do a couple pumps here too. And then on the exhale, we're gonna come back to upward salute with hands up, reaching the sky. And then, if you want to, if you can fold forward with your hands like that, and then bring them to your back. Clasp your hands behind you, and bring them up as far as you can to like really stretch your shoulders in the back. And when you're ready to release that, you could just release your arms to the front. And then we're gonna come back to mountain pose, which is just standing up straight. Yep. And then from here, we're gonna bring our knee to chest. That would be the right knee. So we can inhale and exhale, bring the right knee up. And you can press it as much as you need to. Listen to your body, listen to your hips, listen to your hamstrings. Take a couple of breaths. It's okay if you take a couple of breaths, and then you can put your knee on the third one. Put your knee, your right ankle on your right knee to make a 4. And then we're gonna exhale, and we're gonna bring our hands directly above us and hold it there for a couple of breaths. Make sure your shoulders are not tensed up and you're bringing them down. Hold it for as much as you can, and if you can't, you can let it go. If you feel like you can't hold the pose, you can let your ankle come down and just have both knees bent, holding the pose up for a couple of breaths. And then after that, we're gonna come up after a couple of breaths, and then you can relax your hands next to your body. Now, this one's gonna move a little bit faster, so we're gonna wanna inhale into an upward salute, and then we're gonna do a side bend like we were doing earlier to the right. Bring it back, do another side bend to the left, bring it back. Now we're gonna dive here forward. Make sure your back is straight. You're gonna dive all the way back to the bottom. Hang your shoulders, grab your elbows and hang your shoulders and hang there like a rag doll. And then just move around a couple of times, and then you're gonna do a halfway lift. So let your arms go, put your hands on your shins, press up, look forward, and really be intentional with your shoulder blades. Make sure that you make them squeeze together. We're gonna now inhale and exhale into a chair pose, which means you're going to inhale, exhale, bend your knees, move your hands up in front of you again. You can touch them together, and we're gonna hold it for a couple of breaths. 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna let it go, and then we're gonna straighten our legs, put our hands down now on the floor, on your ankles, on your shins, and then we're gonna step back into a plank. So you're down, your hands are down on the floor, and then we're gonna inhale and exhale into a plank. So you can step back with your right foot, and then bring back the other one, and then you're gonna do a plank. You're gonna hold it
Like
for
on my, or like this with my hands.
with your hands straight out, or you could do it on your elbows, or you can bring your knees down on the floor if it's too hard to do all of them.
Okay, I usually do it like this, so.
Okay, so we're gonna hold it for a second. Then you're gonna bring your knees down, then your hip, and then you're gonna do a cobra. So you're gonna press your palms on the floor and really push up. And then now from here, you're going to bring your glutes back into child pose. So you're gonna push back into a child pose. Yep. And then you just keep walking back, and then you're gonna hold it there. If it feels good, you can open your knees up to make more room for you to like hang your hip. If it feels good, you can wiggle around and do circles. We could do 3 circles to the right, just like with your hips. You can move forward like on your elbows, and then you could do 3 to the left side.
Kind of the opposite.
Yep, or the opposite side, whatever feels good. And then from here, we're gonna do the same sequence, but we're gonna do it faster to get that energy up. So from here, you're gonna come back on all fours. And then from here, you can do an upward, downward dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Hang here for a couple of breaths. And then on your exhale, come all the way up to mountain pose slowly. Okay. So now from here, we're gonna work on your back, and we're gonna inhale into mountain pose. We're going to exhale into ragdoll. So you wanna just do a half forward fold. Keep going down, touch the floor, and then you're going to step back into a plank with your right foot, and then go down into a plank, and then do a couple of breaths here, and then you're going to bring down your knees, and then you can come up on your wrist for a tabletop position. Okay, from here, we're gonna do a couple cows. So we're going to inhale into a cat, exhale into a cow. Really exhaling, looking up into the sky. Inhale, really roll your shoulders up, really stretch it. Feel the ground on with your palms, with your knees. Exhale, cow. You can move at whatever rate you feel good, whatever feels good on your back. We're gonna do another 3. And then on your last one, we're going to inhale and exhale into a downward facing dog. from there, we're gonna walk our legs up into a rag doll, and then just, yep, and then just hang there. And then we're gonna do a half lift. Inhale and exhale, press your, there you go, and then put your shoulders back, really squeeze your shoulder blades. And then we're gonna release and go back into a plank.
Yeah, I'm already sweating.
And then from there, put your knees down. And then you could put your hips and then your chest down. And then we're gonna do a space, which is you're gonna put your elbows next to your ribs. And then you're gonna push up on your forearms. And you're gonna look up, really extending your back, pressing your shoulder blades together. Press the, really contracting your glutes, pressing your thighs firmly against the floor and your feet also. From here, whenever you're ready, we're gonna go back up to tabletop. Maybe you could go back to plank and then tabletop, and then we're gonna press back into a child's pose. So just keep taking your glutes back. You can touch your heels, make room to whatever feels comfortable for child's pose, and then do a couple of turns if you, or circles if you need it. If you don't, just hang in there for a second. And when you're ready, we're going to sit on the floor, obviously, with your legs crossed, ankles underneath your knees. And then from here, we're gonna take 3 breaths, and after that, we're going to do a Lord of the Fishes, which is you're gonna bring your right foot over your knee, and then so basically like a twist, and then you're gonna twist your right hand over, and then you can use your hand or your elbow to really like push you forward to give you that twist. You should feel it on your hips. You should be standing up straight. Your crown should be feeling like someone's pulling you up. And then we're gonna take a couple of breaths here. On the exhales, if you feel like you need more of a stretch, then feel free to keep pushing to wherever it feels comfortable. When you're ready, you can release that position and then go back to sitting down. We're gonna take another 2 breaths, and then we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so when you're ready, you're going to take your left foot over your right knee, and then you're going to move your left arm to the back. Use your right hand to push or pull you from your knees and really get that stretch. On your exhales, if you need it, you can keep going on that stretch to wherever it feels comfortable. Try to really be straight. Your back should be straight. You should be feeling like someone's pulling your head up. And whenever you're ready, you can release that and go back to sitting normally with your legs stretched out in front of you. And then from here, we're going to do a half boat, which means you're going to bring your knees up and your ankles off of the floor, and then your hands are going to be next to your calf, or you can put them on the floor if you need to balance, or you can hold the back of your quads to hold the balance. We're gonna hold that for a couple of breaths. Really try to feel like both of your sits bones on the ground, like really feeling that gravity on your sits bones and like relaxing your back. In 3 breaths, we're gonna release the half boat. We're gonna sit with our legs stretched out, and we're going to lay on our back. And then here, we're going to bring our knees to our chest. And then, yes, clasp your hands over your knees. And then pull it towards you wherever you feel it comfortable. Usually there's an arch in our back. We want that straight. So if you can feel like your tailbone like being pulled out to like really like extend that part and feel flat. If you need more stretch, you could bring your glutes higher to hug them even more. And when you're ready in a couple of breaths, you can release your legs forward into the mat, laying them flat. And we'll do a recline twist. So from here, you're going to do a 4, basically. So you're gonna bring your right knee to the other side of your, yes. And then you could keep, if you really want to stretch, you could bring the knee to the floor. So keep going with your right arm extended to the side, like really in a horizontal way, a little bit higher. There you go. And then take a couple of breaths. Don't forget to breathe. And think about wherever it hurts right now in your back. Think about that spot, and like when you breathe into that part. Like you can literally imagine your breath going specifically into that area. Whenever you're ready, you can release that pose and then do the opposite side. We're gonna inhale our knee up, and then we're gonna twist it to the opposite side. Yes, keep your arm horizontal. Breathe into wherever it needs it. And then whenever you're ready, you can release it. And then go back to your arm, yep, your legs extended. And then from here, we're going to inhale and exhale into a bridge. So you're gonna keep your arms where they're at, and then bring your feet flat right underneath your knees. And then we're gonna inhale and exhale into a bridge. You're gonna bring your hips up high to wherever you need it, wherever it feels good on your back. Make sure to exhale. Make sure to be really grounded on the floor. Whenever you need to release it, release it. Breathe. Make sure your shoulders are not close to your ears. If you need to flex your glutes, flex it to like get like a really like massage like in your tailbone lower back area. And then we're gonna release it, go down, take a breath, and then we're gonna go back up. We're gonna do this 5 times. So feel free to go at your own pace. Make sure your feet are like really firmly planted on the floor, like you're really like really bringing out the strength through your feet. And then also you could probably do it through your arms and in your hands, if like they're flat, like kind of to help you to push up. Mm-hmm. Whenever you're done with those 5, we'll be going into a reclined pigeon, but I'll explain that. from here, when you go down, you're going to extend your left foot out, and then you're going to put your right ankle over your knee like a 4 again, and then now you're gonna bring your knee up, so you're gonna hold your ankle like this, and then from there you're gonna clasp your hands around your thigh, the one that has the foot over, yep, and then you're gonna bring it up. Your back should be resting on the floor, and then pull it as much as you need, wherever it feels good. Remember to make your spine like straight on the floor to really get that little cave area flat. Whenever you feel like you had enough, you can release that pose, and we're gonna do the opposite side. And we're gonna do that twice. So you do the opposite side, and then we're gonna go back to the right side. So bring your, there you go. Breathe, inhale, exhale. This one you can probably see how it feels if you flex your toes the other way. So like you're gonna curl them out and like feel like you're pushing the wall with your heel. Like really intentionally do that to see if it helps with that lower back. Or if you like it the other way too, you could feel how it feels to push the ball of your feet towards the wall. And then whenever you have enough of that, we could do the other side again. Ankle over the knee, clasp your hands behind that, exhale, breathe, relax those shoulders, breathe into that back wherever it hurts. And then from here, we're going to stretch you can release whenever you're ready. And then here's a thing. And then we're gonna basically stretch the back of your legs. So you can just put the strap on your foot, and then you're gonna bring it up and like really stretch it to wherever it feels good. And like, if it feels good to have your knee bent, great. If your body feels like it needs the right knee on the floor, then do that too.
So is it okay to have my knee up or back, or does it need to be flat?
What feels best for you?
Well, if I have it flat, I won't be able to go as high.
Okay. Well, if you need to go, if you need to stretch it more, then you can put your knee up. You can wiggle if you need to. And then whenever you're ready, you can inhale and exhale the strap out into your other side so that you can release it. It could be bent still or flat on the floor. Put the strap on your foot and really bend it. Not all sides are the same, so one might be tighter than the other one. You can keep it straight, but if you're not there, you can have a micro bend and like pull it back even more.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like if I bend it, I can pull it back more, but almost like straight. It's like shaky.
And then whenever you're ready, you can release it. Well, not like how I just did, sorry video, but you can go down, release it. And then we're gonna take an inhale and an exhale, and we're gonna lay in some which is like corpse pose. So your hands are gonna be next to your body, palms up or palms down. Really let your feet loose. Really feel a good back stretch. And then we're gonna close our eyes and we're gonna lay here in Savasana for a little bit. We're gonna lay here for the next 10 minutes. And feel free to relax because I'm not going to be staring at you. I'll be stepping away. Make sure you deep or intentionally breathe. Really inhale and exhale whatever is bothering your back, you know, because that could be emotional, that could be physical, that could be because you were just sick. But as you lay there, not necessarily what do I want you to be thinking about, like what could it be, but just imagine your breath being like the medicine that your back needs to figure out why. Not figure out what, but like help your back pain go away. Just relax. Let your arms sink into the floor. If you're clenching your booty, don't do that. Let it relax. Relax your thighs, your knees, your toes. Feel really heavy into the mat. And keep breathing. And I'll tell you when you're ready. Checking